What's up, bro? Let's have a quick market analysis here. It's NFP Friday. Um, I didn't execute today for obvious reasons because it's NFP and I just don't feel comfortable taking executions during NFP here. So I'm still about to go through the price action from today and maybe make a little bit plans for the upcoming week. So let's go. So let's start from Euro USD, what we have here. Let's go, boys. So looking at the higher time frame, coming to the day, I wasn't really sure where we're going because we had mitigated this in daily and swept that liquidity pool in daily, so I understood that there is a chance that we move higher, but also there could have been chance to move lower and get like deeper into this gap, the consequent encroachment, 50% level of that gap, so that could have happened also. So coming to the day, you could have sold technically after this drop, and which would have meant that I would have liked to look for M50 fair value gaps in the premium, which this could have provided a setup. Stop at that high. Target, if we were to move lower, the target would have been that low here, and entry from here, and so that could have been a possible trade. Now obviously looking at this, that lost, and I wouldn't have executed that anyway, even though if it wasn't NFP Friday, because first of all it's Friday. I'm not expecting expansion mode during Friday, especially if we are in this kind of situation where we are where it's like possible to have a reversal anyway. So meaning that we got this weekly price leg to the upside, we mitigated that weekly fair value gap, we don't have too much areas to go for anymore, so like market can push lower if it wants to, but we are starting to get into areas from which market could reverse, and so it doesn't really make sense to sell off here. You shouldn't take a trade just because market can do something. You should take a trade when market probably will do something, and this is not that kind of scenario. That's like a scenario where you shouldn't execute just like that. Maybe if you see like more confluence in lower time frame in this area, let's say like M1, proper M1 breakout structure to the downside, but doesn't really happen. Plus, wouldn't have taken that trade anyway because of the NFP Friday. So a few reasons why that was a bad trade idea, even though the model kind of works. Like I trade this model where you go higher, take the Asian high, break structure, and this as a model this is totally valid, but I never execute this if I don't get the high time frame bias behind my trade idea. So you can see what happened during NFP. We shoot to the upside and we never really came back down, so clearly we are targeting these highs here. Now I would hope that we at the end of New York session now before the weekend, I would hope that we kind of go down and then maybe next week Monday trade down so that we can have like a nice reversal mode to go along next week. So something like that I would love to see. So especially I would want to see that market doesn't go immediately here now. So yeah, that's what I want to see, but I'm not bearish no more. Like there was many days here when you was selling and you should have been selling, and if you took longs you probably lost. But yeah, here we are now in my opinion bullish back again. It's pretty much similar case in GU in terms where the day has moved, but GU moves like GU still looks much more bearish. So as you remember how EU was almost up here, and you can see how GU is far down here. So, but also GU is in an area where you can see and expect a rejection. This is not only a weekly fair value gap here. There's also a weekly order block and daily fair value gap down here. So this is pretty important area to see a rejection away from, and GU still has this order block here. So I would say that if we do not see like a proper breaker structure to the upside from this structure, I cannot take longs just yet. So this is kind of hard day for me, and there are multiple reasons why you don't trade NFP Friday. At least I don't trade with my strategy. No trade opportunities for me in any case. I didn't even look at AU, to be honest, because I just wasn't interested in that. But yeah, not too much to talk about. Anyways, how gold reacted is that initial move to the upside, and then we dumped, which is interesting because we are close to these highs, and I'm still expecting us to run that high. So if we would close nicely, let's say inside this candle's range, this doji, if we close inside of this range, I'm extra bullish towards these highs in my opinion. Then but yeah, let's see if we can get into this daily gap, this small gap here. But yeah, we're definitely in bullish range where you would expect after a break of structure like this market to kind of move back to these highs, all-time highs. At the end of the day, gold pretty good. So yeah, a little bit of an analysis there. Here, so you can see how much we are now sweeping all this low resistance liquidity here, and we rebalanced and are reacting away from this fair value gap now. So it's a pretty good rejection away from here if we see now a market starting to break to the upside, but doesn't really mean much for me right now. I'm waiting patiently, and I'm not trading anymore until Monday. So yeah, these can be removed here. I don't trade these right now. But yeah, nothing more really to say here. I would look at the XY still. So one notable thing is that the XY is dropping heavily. The XY passed this low times ago, whereas EU has still not even reached that. So I'm not sure if that's like bullish sign. Like, is that an no like important SMT? I don't really know, because EU looks bullish anyway. But that in theory that could be like a massive SMT. I'm also interested in how the XY reacts into this general area where you got bullish order block and that fair value gap in weekly there. But yeah, so yeah, I think we are done for the day. Huge amount of volatility, but not too many like opportunities for me. So good day, and I'm continuing to avoid NFP.